Hey guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and as you can see from the title of this video, today I'm going to show you an everyday makeup look for under £60. These are all drugstore products and things that I've personally tried and loved and used, which can help you achieve this little makeup look. And this is like a full routine, including like cream and powder versions of products. So definitely you can like alter this and cut this down to make this fit for you. And also I did give some recommendations of if I had a bigger budget or if I had deeper skin tone, what products would work and which has like a better shade range, etc. So without further ado, I will take you along to past Maddie to walk you through this little process.
She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair.
Obviously, I feel like this goes without saying, these are stuff that works for my skin tone. I've tried to adapt it that there's like a wide range of shades that like anyone can use this routine, but there are some products you'll see later that's like cheaper, but it will only really match my skin tone. You'll see. I have tried to adapt this to the best of my abilities so that everyone can use it. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment your favorite makeup product. I am curious. I've tried to make this because I've watched a few of these videos where people like just use minis, and I feel like that's kind of cheating. I've only used 2 in this whole routine, so hopefully you can forgive me. The first little mini that I've decided to use is the W7 Prime Grip Primer. As we can see, this is kind of like a dupe to the Milk Hydro Grip or the e.l.f. Power Grip. Honestly, chose this one because this is only £1.75. Like, you literally cannot get anything better than that. And I think the bigger version is also only like £4. And honestly, this feels very similar to e.l.f. Power Grip. Next, personally, I am skipping foundation. If I had more of a budget and if I wanted to get like genuinely good but cheap products, I would probably get the e.l.f. Satin Foundation if you can find your shade in it. They have a decent shade range, and honestly it's probably the best like drugstore foundation you're gonna get for the price. But you can also do what a lot of people do, especially during the summer, which is just use your concealer as your actual foundation. Just put it a little bit all over your face. And this one is a little bit more expensive. This takes a big chunk out of the budget, but I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible concealers. However, I'm cheating slightly here. This is what I would use just because I have it on hand, but if I was buying my routine again and wanted to be like budget conscious, I'd probably get a collection concealer, probably the one for $4.49, but that one doesn't have best shade range at all. I am going to cheat slightly here, and I'm going to count the collection one because I would use that. I used to use that, but now I currently just have this on hand. Obviously I'm not going to go buy a concealer just for a video. Pretend I'm using the collection one, but if you want a little bit more full coverage and a little bit better quality for like double the price, use the L'Oreal one. But we're going to pretend that I'm not right now. This one also has much better shade range. Now we're concealed, but obviously I look a little bit pale, so we need to bring some dimension back into the face. And for that, this is a new product, but I've been really loving this recently, which is this MUA Beauty Balm in shade Shadow. This is only like £4, and it's really creamy, and you get quite a decent amount of product in it. It looks very similar to like the Milk ones, but I've been really enjoying how this has been holding up. And for £4, I mean, you can't really go wrong at all. Now again, we're going to pretend that this is a different product. I currently have the e.l.f. blushes, which are really, really good. I do recommend them if you have like a bigger budget. However, again, let's pretend if I was buying this like brand new from the shop, I would definitely get the MUA blushes that are only like £3. I used that for about like a year and a half. That was like my first liquid blush that I first got into, and I really enjoyed it. Obviously I don't have it on hand right now, so I'm just going to use the e.l.f. ones, but pretend that this was the MUA. Again, if I had a bigger budget though and I could afford it, I would get the e.l.f. ones because these are £7, so it's more than double the price of the MUA. Now for powder, this is my final little mini version, which is a mini version of the Revolution Translucent Baking Powder. I think are still sold in Superdrug if I'm not mistaken, and this was only £3 for this much powder, which I think is quite a steal. The only annoying thing about this is that like it's a weird compact that you have to like put this on your hand or some way to do it. Now for the powder version of everything, and this part really comes into hand of how big your budget is, because if budget wasn't a limit or I had a bigger one, I would use these 3 products, which are the 2 versions of the NYX Buttermilk Blush and Bronzer and then the Revolution Highlighter, because these are genuinely good products. This one's $8.99, this one's $9.99, and this one's £4. But as you can see, that is pretty hefty for just 3 products, and also not every single person uses like liquid and then also powder versions of blush and bronzer. So if you are looking for that and you are someone of my skin tone, this Rimmel Trio is literally a godsend, especially when I'm traveling. I always just pack this because it's got blush, contour and highlighter all in one, and this is only $7.99. So this is what I mean by like if you're a deeper skin tone, this isn't going to work for you. Definitely go with these 2, but it is going to be a little bit more pricey. But if you're quite pale, this is a really good steal for the price, and you get so much in it. I don't have enough hands to put the highlighter here, but like you can see, they're very similar colors. I always like to set my face a bit in the middle just to like melt all the powder together. And for setting spray, I would use the MUA setting sprays. They have different versions of these. Some of them are more expensive than the others. This one is only £5.50, which I think is a steal considering most setting sprays are like over £10. Now moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to use the MUA brow pencil. This is like the micro define one, and honestly this is like the same amount of product that you get in the NYX ones, and the NYX ones are like over £10, which is insane. Now, I'm going to count for brow products that I'm using zero money from my little budget. Because life hack, I used to always do this. If you have any form of male in your house and they use gel, just steal some of their gel. I used to take the component that like eyebrow gel used to be stored in, like the Essence one, and I used to just fill it up with my dad's eyebrow gel and just use that. So technically I'm counting this as zero. You need to be a bit of a DIY queen on a budget, but this definitely works. Dip it in and brush it through. Another thing you can use is literally just hairspray. Take some hairspray, spray it against a spoolie and brush it through. I used to also do that when I was traveling. I'm not counting any eyeshadow palettes, but also a life hack. If you have an eyeshadow palette that's quite neutral, you can use that for so many things. You can use that for eyeliner, eyebrows, blush, like literally if you have one on hand. Some of these products you don't even have to buy. Another brand I want to highlight is Essence. You don't get Essence anymore in the UK, which is absolutely unfortunate, but in South Africa it's such a big brand, and even in like EU. But you can definitely do like a full face of just using MUA or Essence or Collection or Barry M products, because those are like the cheaper range, and they still have some really good products. These are just things that like I have on hand and I've used before that I would definitely repurchase knowing that they're good. Speaking of which, my eyeliner is actually Essence. This I've had since South Africa, so I should probably throw it out, but anyways. I never see anyone talk about this. It's the e.l.f. Lash Extender. This is a tubing mascara, very similar to like the Milani one, and the brush is so similar to the Telescopic, which is my favorite mascara. Actually good. A lot of e.l.f. mascaras are not the best, I can't lie, but this one they really ate. Especially if you love like the L'Oreal Telescopic but you want something that is like vegan and cruelty free, I definitely would recommend trying out this one. Excuse the mess around my eyes, but like this is an e.l.f. mascara. That's crazy. Again, if you have Essence or something like that, or even MUA, you can get lip products for so much cheaper. These are just the ones that like I have on me, which is the e.l.f. lip oil and the e.l.f. lip pencil. The lip pencil is only £3 and the lip oil is £8, which is a bit more pricey. You can definitely get much cheaper ones, but like I said, this is just what I have on me, and it is a genuinely good product, and I've had this forever and it lasts forever. I'm so sorry that the lighting is weird. It's like very overcast today, so we're trying to work with what we got. But this is the everyday makeup that I've created. I'm gonna try and like do some calculations later, but this is how much it would have been, obviously, with the products that I recommended with you. And this is how much it would be if I had a bigger budget and I was someone with a deeper skin tone and I know that these shade ranges would work for me. So yeah, a full face for under £60, I think that's quite good. Like I said, you can definitely just go like full ham into like cheap brands. Like W7 is a really cheap brand, but these are products that like I've personally used from a range of brands that like are definitely worth the quality. Also, here's some like raw iPhone footage because I feel like iPhone picks up a bit more of like my skin tone better. I promise I'm not this pasty in real life. So yeah, hopefully this video gave you some little good tips and advice and recommendations of products, and thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and again, comment your favorite makeup product. I am interested, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!